welcome back to Redacted Tapes. There are some mysteries that are terrifying because a person disappears forever. But there are others that are even stranger, because the person comes back. Imagine waking up one day and realizing more than a year of your life is missing. Imagine your family believed you were dead. Imagine investigators searching for you, finding your trail, and watching that trail end with no explanation. This is the strange story of Steven Kubaki, a college student who went on a winter ski trip in Michigan and became the center of one of the most unusual disappearances in American history. February 1978. Steven Kubaki was 23 years old and attending Hope College in Holland, Michigan. Friends and family described him as intelligent, independent, and someone who enjoyed spending time outdoors. On a cold February day, Steven decided to take a solo cross-country ski trip near the eastern shore of Lake Michigan. It sounded like an ordinary outdoor adventure, a young man spending time alone in nature. But that day would become the last time anyone knew where Steven was. After leaving for his trip, Steven failed to return home. At first, disappearance may have seemed like a simple accident. Winter environments can be dangerous. Frozen lakes can be unpredictable. A person can disappear quickly in harsh conditions. But when search crews arrived, they discovered details that made the case much stranger. Search teams found evidence that Steven had been there. His skis and other belongings were discovered. Investigators followed tracks left behind in the snow. The footprints appeared to lead towards the frozen surface of Lake Michigan. And then, they stopped. No trail back, no obvious accident in the scene, no body, no explanation. It was one of the most disturbing aspects of the case. A person had walked into a frozen landscape, and the evidence seemed to end. Search crews looked across the area. Volunteers joined the effort. Authorities searched the surrounding land and water, but Steven Kubaki was nowhere to be found. As the days turned into weeks, hope faded. His family left with the painful belief that Steven had likely died. The case became another unresolved disappearance. For over a year, there was no answers. No confirmed sightings, no messages, no explanation. Steven Kubaki had disappeared. Then in May 1979, something happened that nobody expected. Steven was found alive, not in Michigan, not near Lake Michigan, but in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, hundreds of miles away from where he vanished. The distance alone raised questions. How did he get there? Why had nobody seen him? According to Steven's original account, he suddenly regained awareness in the field. He did not remember traveling there. He did not remember the previous 15 months. His last clear memory was skiing in Michigan. His next memory was waking up in Massachusetts. To Steven, the missing time was like a blank space. When people saw him again, he had changed. His hair had grown. He had a beard. He appeared to have been away for a long time. He also reportedly had a backpack containing maps and items that seemed unfamiliar to him. Those details only made the mystery deeper, because if Steven had traveled across the country, how did he survive? Where did he sleep? Who did he meet? And why did he remember nothing? As the years passed, people tried to solve the mystery. One explanation involved a rare psychological condition known as dissociative fugue. In some cases, a person experiencing this can travel unexpectedly and later have a little or no memory of the event. Supporters of this theory believe that Steven may have entered a fugue state, unknowingly created a new life for a period of time. Others question whether Steven knew more than he admitted. Some believe there was a personal reason behind his disappearance, and because the story contains so many strange elements, the missing time, the unexplained distance, and the disappearance of this trail, some people turned towards paranormal explanations. Some suggested ideas involving time slips, alien encounters, government experiments, and other unexplained phenomena. None of these theories have ever been proven. For decades, Steven Kubaki remained mostly silent about the case. The mystery continued to grow. For many years, the accepted story was that Steven had no memory of the missing 15 months. Decades later, Steven revealed a different version of events. He stated that the original explanation did not tell the entire story, and suggested that his disappearance was connected to personal choices and desire to leave his old life behind. This revelation changed the way many people viewed the case.
It was a conspiracy. I and a number of other people decided we wanted to change the world. We wanted to, and the way we thought we would do it is that I should go underground and start a people's resistance movement. And the other conspirators would become leaders in finance, become billionaires, political leaders, and also religious leaders. And at some point in the future, decades later, we would combine our forces and then we would change the world to become more democratic, more free, etc. That was sort of the thinking. So it was not just me disappearing. It was a conspiracy of us to try to dramatically change the world in the future. We had studied lots of different kinds of revolutions and attempts at change, and we thought our approach would be very different because we would be operating both at a kind of legitimate level. There were various people, again, kind of doing the legitimate thing, gaining power in politics and finance, etc. Whereas I would be underground, developing like a people's resistance movement, being with the poor, the downtrodden, the starving, and hopefully that would then galvanize and we would get together and change.
For some, it answered the mystery. For others, it created new questions. Why did he wait so many years to reveal another explanation? Was the original story a misunderstanding? Or was it covering something that actually happened? Was there something still missing? The story of Steven Kubaki remains one of the strangest disappearance cases because it challenges the way that people think about missing persons. Most mysteries end with someone never being found. This one ended with the person returning. A man walked into the winter wilderness, vanished without a clear explanation, and returned more than a year later with a story that fascinated the world. Maybe the answer is psychological, maybe it's something much simpler, or maybe some questions are destined to remain unanswered, because sometimes the most haunting mysteries are not about the people who disappear forever. They are about the ones who come back. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to follow Redacted Tapes and subscribe. Thank you, everybody. This was Redacted Tapes.